When it comes to the John Cena Classic, I'm pretty sure they don't know what they're doing, and it's not because of me, not being patient or whatever. But John Cena himself, after he made the announcement of the John Cena Classic being a thing, his quote was, "I hope this works." But then on top of that, since we're having a Taboo Tuesday, Cyber Sunday type thing to where we're having the fans vote, how is this going to work for the heels? Because I highly doubt that people are going to vote for Gunther over Javon Evans or somebody like a Bronson Reed over a Penta. So how is this going to work? Now we're going to have, it's pretty much going to be a yearly annual tournament run back of the John Cena Fell World Tour Saturday night's main event when it was NXT talent versus main roster talent. But are we seriously going to have the fans legit? Like, because I highly doubt people are going to want a heel over the face that they want. I highly doubt that. So how's it going to? Is it just going to be face versus face, or is it going to be? I don't know how that's going to work. And even if people, and John said, even if people lose, they'll still get a title shot or whatever. But what's the point of the tournament in general, and what's the point of wins and losses if people are going to lose one week and then get a title match the next week? None of this. I don't know the rule. Like, he explained the rules, but it's, I don't think. And I saw this report, multiple reports of WWE's John Cena Classic is still a work in progress. But that's kind of obvious since John Cena himself was sent out there to make the announcement, because he said, "Hope this works. Hope this doesn't fail." If they had their plan together, John wouldn't be so unconfident. So, bro, I don't know, man. None of this makes any type of sense, because I'm thinking like it's gonna be NXT versus the main roster, but are we seriously gonna do the? I don't even think they know what's. I'm gonna just stop trying to figure out or guess or whatever, because this isn't. I mean, it's clear they don't really have much of a plan, but I mean, what do you think is going to happen? I mean, I don't know, man. Like, all of this is confusing. I mean, even for John himself, for John Cena himself, that this was confusing. So I know for the fans, it was. We're gonna have legit votes and legit vote system, but for the heels, how's that gonna work? That's just something I'm just kind of curious about, because they said legit fan voting, but at the same time, if you're gonna have a tournament when people vote for people, highly doubt people like Gunther are gonna get voted over a Javon Evans or something like that. I don't know, man. This is like, I don't think they thought this through. And plus, like, there's gonna be a John Cena championship, so is there gonna be like a yearly championship, or is it going to be like something like a crown jewel championship where you only hold it once a year, or is it going to be like a trophy, like the Dusty Rhodes Classic, like they're going to have a trophy? But I'm reading this right now, and it appears to me, multiple reports of there's no venue or date that has been nailed down so far. So they don't even know what the hell they announced. They just announced it just because they had something to announce. So it's pretty much like a John Cena breakout. It's like a NXT breakout tournament and a Cyber Sunday type thing had a baby, but that baby is unsure of itself, so it's kind of misshapen and looking inbred and got the head dent and everything. Probably some extra chromosomes missing or whatever. I'm not sure why they thought they were gonna cook with this, because they don't even have all the recipes in the pot yet. It's still dry noodles and no sauce. This is probably one of the worst announcements in a while, and I was around when they announced the 24/7 championship, the Crown Jewel Championship, the Universal Strawberry Championship. for them to have not a date or a venue, you know, and then John Cena himself was unsure. The dude said, "I hope this works. I hope this doesn't fail." I don't know, bro. This is crazy. Like no plan whatsoever. Like this is like just throwing slop at a wall and hoping it sticks or whatever. But I don't think this is gonna stick. Now, hopefully it does. But for them not to have anything planned whatsoever, not even a venue. They haven't even reached out to any. Man, this is crazy. Yeah, but this is coming from Fightful Select and WrestleVotes. The WrestleVotes is usually extremely reliable. Weakest announcement, bro. I swear. This is such a weak announcement. This announcement was weaker than The Boys season 5, and that's a whole different story. No dates, no venues. But you know, what about the women's wrestlers? I'm pretty sure they're gonna have the women, you know. But how's that gonna work for the people like because they did so terribly at booking women. Well, Triple H did so terribly at booking women to the point where we're gonna have to vote between a star that hasn't been who hasn't been booked to be a star and another star who hasn't been booked to be a star. That's like comparing that's like putting a B-Fab to an Ivy Nile or something like that. Who do the fans want to see win this match? B-Fab or Ivy Nile? I don't know, bro. They did not think this through, and John Cena's uncertainty at the end really proved it. Because this is insane, bro. No plan, no date, no venue, no nothing. Just an announcement. I really wish they would have just saved the announcement for when they actually had something to go off of. You know, save the announcement for something like, because this is groundbreaking in an opposite direction. This is groundbreaking, but in a terrible way. This is groundbreaking, but in a disappointment way. This is groundbreaking, but more in like a, well, got our hopes up for nothing and we're disappointed as usual. If they were going to do this announcement of the John Cena Classic, they should have done it when they actually had a plan, a venue, a concept down, and a date. Something like that. Or if not that, instead of a date, if they don't have the date soon, at least say 2027 or something like that. They didn't even have a date. That's crazy. What a letdown of a That's crazy. But yeah, like I had to follow up on this because like there's still no date or anything. It's been almost a week. No date, no venue, no nothing. Nothing at all. Oh man. I don't think this is going to go well. I really hope I'm wrong about this, though, for real. I really hope that my skepticism about this John Cena Classic is incorrect, and we get we get blown away. You know, we get our expectations exceeded. I don't even have any expectations, but I just really hope this goes well. But let me know what you think about what the John Cena Classic is going to be, because they have nothing so far, and they just made a shallow, empty announcement for no reason. You know, this is kind of weird.